Hello awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another cast from Vaipo. This is going to be MMA versus Liquid Snute. Now, just to note, there is a bit of details that I want to go through first, since this is the first cast. Liquid Snute, obviously on Team Liquid, he is actually from Norway. Our Terran player on the bottom left hand side, MMA, who is actually retired at the time of casting this. He did retire after this tournament, formally retired. He's 27 years old. I don't know if it was based on some other decision. I'll have to look into that as to why that was. Before the retirement, he was actually part of Team Acer, and he is from Korea. Now, MMA is one of the most successful Starcraft 2 players that I've ever known. He's sometimes referred to as the son of Bomber, I think. Is it Bomber? I think so. And he got recruited under him, and basically his career advanced because of him. Now, this guy was actually, just a bit of detail about MMA as well, just because I looked it up and I thought it was quite interesting. He originally wanted to become a soldier, but because of a knee injury he had to actually be discharged from the army, and basically he then began his StarCraft 1 career. And I just find it quite interesting how some people can, you know, he had one career path in mind. He wanted to be a soldier, and unfortunately it didn't work out, which is very sad, and then he decided to go into something completely different and unrelated. Still to do with the army, but not quite real army, if you know what I mean. So looking at this, we have a hatchery coming down. It did get put down before the spawning pool, and we do have Reapers on the way. Now, it does look like he's going to stop with the Reaper harassment, seeing as he's putting down a command center straight away. Potentially just use this one Reaper to scout out, and then back on out. Of course, he'll be very lucky if he manages to get, you know, maybe a drone or two killed with it. There we go, we do have 2 Zerglings. Or, that's actually 4, technically speaking. 2 Queens on the way, also Metabolic Boost also on the way. Gonna be out a little bit later than the Zerglings actually arrive here. So the Reapers are gonna be able to hold this off. There we go, 1 Marine on the field also. He is gonna probably put down a reactor, or, yeah, he does put a reactor down. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Now there's a double refinery on the way, which suggests to me that he might go for a 1-1-1 build right now, rather than continue with more barracks. He might just put down this starport right afterwards and begin with a Terran / medevac play. Now the Reaper is here. It did get warded off. I just want to have a quick look. What did it see? It did do a full scout out, but didn't really see anything significant. Just the usual, 2 hatcheries and 1 spawning pool. Now, yeah, as I predicted, there is going to be a starport. Thank you very much for proving that to me, MMA. Also, a bunker going around here, just in the perfect position to defend against any Zergling run-bys. And the reason this is such a perfect position is if the Zerglings do decide to run by, okay, maybe they'll run by, they'll try to get through this, they'll get blocked off by the supply depots, and then they're going to have to make it back. So they're going to have to make 2 run-bys by the bunker, and during that time, he'll probably end up destroying maybe half of those Zerglings. There you go, so these Zerglings now going to be running by. They're going to try to take out SCVs. They do manage to take out 1 for free. Going to back off now. Let's see if they're going to just leave it at that. Every bit of economic damage is, of course, useful. So taking out 1 SCV without even losing a single Zergling, definitely worth it for him at the moment. Now, there's a 3rd hatchery on the way also. I'm assuming, yep, MMA is not actually aware of it. So Snoot's going to be taking a blind 3rd hatchery, and this is very, very good position for him to be in. His economy is going to skyrocket in about 40 seconds, and that is going to be quite essential for him for the rest of this game. Now, one thing to note, a Roachborn going down, there's a drop from the Terran with a Widow Mine and 6 Marines. Now, once this Widow Mine is down, it's going to be very difficult to deal with it. Luckily, Spore Crawler is on the way. Now, if you notice, this 4 minutes 25, 4 minutes 30 is on average how long it takes the first medevac to go down, or to be in the enemy base once a 1-1-1 build is being carried out. So the 4 minute 30 mark is a sweet spot. That's obviously when he wants to have the Spore Crawler. Now, this is going to get taken out. He's not paying attention to it. MMA letting a free medevac go. A little bit unfortunate. There was a lot of Marines inside it as well. And I do believe the Widow Mine has been destroyed also. It has indeed. So now the third base is now up. He's going to have it fully saturated in just a few moments. And there's a lot of vision as well. If we have a look at Snoot's vision, look at this, just perfect. He has vision from every angle. He's going to definitely see this Liberator already here. He does have queens ready to defend against it. I do believe it takes 3 hits to kill a queen, so not able to take out this Liberator, just about missing it out. Now he's going to bring this Overlord back. The question is going to be, will the Liberator get a little bit greedy and follow it? Because if it does, this queen will be in a position to take it out. He does transfuse it just in case. Yeah, and now this Liberator is going to have to be forced to back off. It can only take about 2 more hits as far as I'm aware. It's, yep, 9 damage, so with armor, it's going to be 2 hits. Oh, he has 0 armor. So, question is, would that actually kill it? Or would it leave it with 1 health? I think it'll leave it with 1 health, to be honest. Based on logic. But then again, you never know. Sometimes these weird things happen. He might get left on 1 health. Get a little bit lucky. Now this one siege tank drop here does have a CV here as well. Quite strange to have it here. Lifting that up. Definitely wants to get it away. Take a few free kills, please. Thank you very much. And nothing else here. He's gonna drop it right here. Nope, doesn't manage to get off a hit. Bit unfortunate. So these Zerglings just being annoying, not letting him land anywhere. And that's exactly what he wants to be doing, really. Now a third expansion, or third base coming down from MMA as well. This is going to put him on an even footing with Snute, which is something that Snute does not want right now. He wants to expand again as soon as possible. The question is he preparing himself for it? He does have apparently a infestation pit already on the field. That is just simply to counter the medevac play. He is doing pathogen glands, which means that the infestor comes out with enough energy to fungal growth straight away. Very important to have when you're fighting against Terran, because you really need those infestors to be ready as soon as possible. There's a few marines here. Not quite sure if they're going to be able to do anything to this Overlord. It is going to scoot on away. Yeah, it's just going to sit in the middle here. Going to be out of range of everything. Oh, he could get it taken out, and it does manage to get taken out. Just about. Wow. Very good. Very, very good. Now, another expansion coming out here. These Overlords just being pretty much spread out all over the place to be able to spot any early engages onto this hatchery before it goes down. So the fourth base now coming on the way up. Looking at the upgrades, 1-1 and the shields coming down for the Terran Bioforce. So it's going to be interesting to see if he's going to continue with a bio army. He does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is that 5? Just 5 barracks. Not a huge amount actually. He's going to check if there's an expansion. He's obviously going to see nothing here. And 5 refineries also on the field. Now these Zerglings going to run in here, see obviously that there is a base, and well, he's already aware of it. Going to try to do some economic damage, doesn't actually manage to destroy anything. Actually, I believe the tank did more damage than the actual Zerglings themselves. 3 SCVs getting taken out. For that amount of Zerglings, I would argue probably not worth it. Particularly because the expansion was actually oversaturated, so the SCVs were left remaining there. Now a few queens coming down. He is going to start creeping towards here probably very soon. Does he see this Overlord? No, he does not. Probably just going to use it to go back around here and try to catch some drones out. No, I wonder, did Snute see this? He's hardly seen it. Oh, maybe the Overlord was just about in range. Yeah, it would be. There we go. Fungal growth going down, taking out all of this stuff here. 1 marine left, going to get taken out instantly. Very good catch for Liquid Snute. Good job. And level 2, both ranged and melee for Snute. Very early upgrades. Well, sorry, they're not early. It's 9 minutes in, so quite standard. No rush at the moment. Now, more barracks going down right in front of the base. There's a command center also. I wonder if this is going to be a planetary fortress or if it's going to be a expansion. I believe probably an expansion. It would make very little sense to put it... Well, then again... What sense does anything make? No, he does actually end up lifting it off, so Either he's going to put it here and block this off with a planetary fortress, or he's going to actually expand it, but looks like he is going to use it as an expansion, which is perfect. Just using 1 or 2 marines, 1 marine and a medevac actually to go around scouting stuff. See if there's any sneaky expansions. Now he's not, I assume he's not aware of this yet. No, he's not indeed. He's actually not aware of this expansion altogether, so based on this, he might have a suspicion that there's a fort base up at the moment, but he's definitely not 100% sure about it. And the 5th one is definitely outside of his knowledge. But of course, it is all going to get spotted right now. Let's see what he sees. He does see the expansion here.
Complete.
And this is perfect. He does have 2 spine crawlers here being produced just about on time. Actually going to be able to defend against this. No significant damage going to be done here. Maybe get the queen? Nope, doesn't even get the queen. So a very good position for Snute right now. He does have a 5th base which is not even visible. The roach is getting dropped into the main base. This is going to be very difficult to defend because it's going to take a while to catch into here. Now 1 barracks getting taken out. Reactor is going to be useless. The roach is sitting on behind here. Just going to be able to do a bit of damage. Probably going to take out this tank as well. Tank? Yeah, the tank gets taken out as well. And what's that? That's a total of 5 roaches remaining, about to get taken out as well. There is enough units here to take this out. The question is going to be, how is Snute going to react? There is an engage going on from in the main base here. Now, something to note, this is a very sticky situation for Snute. This is what I was talking about in the past last time I cast an Ulrena map. Because of this choke, it's very, very difficult for a Zerg to break through this. He has tanks which are kind of creating a concave like this, but for the Zerg, he cannot stream in there with enough units to overrun these tanks. Like, look at the losses that he's going to have just to take out 3 tanks, a few marines, and a few marauders. He's lost so many units right there. Let's bring this up. There's 48 roaches in total lost. 51, 52. He's losing roaches by the minute, and he's lost almost as many roaches as MMA has lost marines. So a huge engage here. I'm not sure if he wants to move on forward here. There's a lot of Zerg units, and of course because he is now out of the concave, he would get surrounded pretty quickly. So definitely something that he'd want to be very, very careful with, to not lose too many units, because if he does lose too many units, he will not be able to reinforce it fast enough to continue with the attack. Now these units are going to get slowly taken out. There is enough Zerg units to push this back. Not going to be able to do very much. Does look like he's interested in a 5th expansion. A 5th base rather. He does have enough resources for it now. Is he going to select this SCV? Possibly, maybe not. Maybe it's a bit early, maybe he doesn't want to do it yet. The planetary fortress up here now, starting to take out units very, very slowly. It is going to get, however, taken out pretty quick. With this amount of units, no matter how many SCVs you've got, they're not going to be able to repair it in time. I assume, however, that he's going to put up another force. Now, I'm wondering, why did he pull these units back? He could have definitely taken all of those marines out. There was what? A total of 4 marines and 3 marauders? He could have taken that out, no problem. And no expansions as of yet for MMA. And I do believe he's slipping up a little bit here. There's just no expansion going down, and he really needs this right now. I mean, he has no minerals for it. That's supposed something to note as well. But he has this corner being held. He should probably pull this 1 tank back and then just hold back altogether and prevent himself from getting destroyed. Does lift that up. A lot of damage going down here. Now these corrosive vials doing a lot of damage. One of the fungals as well hitting the tanks. And again, he'd want to lift that up, move it back. There is way too many Zerg units here right now. He does need another expansion. His income is nowhere near that of Snute's. Let's have a look at the income tab. Actually, 17 to 1800 minerals per minute to 900 of MMAs. And also the creep spread. If you look at this, I think this is going to be pretty much putting the nail in the coffin right now. He's been denied this expansion. This expansion also going to get denied right now because of the creep spread. And at this point, every time he tries to make an expansion, he'll also be aware, or Snute will be aware of the situation. So I think this is very, very dangerous for MMA. He'd probably want to back off, expand, and build up his economy again. I mean, at this point, I don't think he has enough forces to destroy Snute. So he would more likely want to see if Snute gives him a bit of breathing space to build up his economy again. And this is going to be it. GG is called by MMA, and that was game number 1 between Snute and MMA. And as I said, one of my favourite maps. I think that one of the biggest hindering factors here was the lack of economy after this was destroyed. Obviously he didn't also spot these expansions, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that is pretty much that for game number 1. I will end this here, and we will see you in game number 2. Hi guys, thank you for making it all the way to the end of this video. That was game number 1 between Liquid Snute and MMA, who is unfortunately now retired. I will continue on with the next mission. My social media links are on the right hand side here. If you want to subscribe, there's a subscribe button right underneath my face here and also underneath the video. And that's pretty much it. See you in the next video. Good luck, take care, bye bye.